Welcome back to FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. I'm Flex, and today we're diving into a full top-down analysis on Bitcoin. As usual, we're going to start from the higher time frames, work our way down, and let's see if we find any good setups. Now remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. You're responsible for your own trades. Always do your own research and trade at your own risk. Okay, let's hop into the charts. And as usual, we're going to start off with the weekly. The weekly is still looking marvelous here. It looks like we're on the way up here with the stochastics. We're above the 21-day moving average, but not by much. We still need 1 day and 6 hours to close. So again, I'll reiterate that tomorrow, Sunday, this candle will be closing at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So we really need to pay attention to this candle and make sure that we're able to close above this 21-day moving average to remain bullish. If we fall below, right now the 21 days at 92,650, then we're gonna have resistance there. That doesn't mean that we won't be bullish, but it's not going to be as good as if we close above that. So it's very important that we stay above. Let's head over to the daily, and on the daily, the stochastics are dragging. It's getting toppy, but it looks like we could probably continue dragging a little bit more, and it looks like we're flagging out here. So I'm kind of liking that we're above the 21-day moving average and above the 200-day moving average, but we still need the 21-day to come up and touch price action at some point. We need this white line to be above this yellow line to maintain bullishness. Now it's possible that we could drop down, and right now we're holding support on the 200-day moving average, which is very important at 89,000. So as long as we stay above that, then we're still currently bullish there. Let's head over to the 12-hour chart, and the 12-hour chart, we're toppy. We could probably drag a little bit, but this is looking good. The 21-day is getting closer, and it looks like it's about to go above the 200-day soon, so hopefully by tomorrow. And we're going sideways, so we're flagging out, so this is looking bullish to me. Check out the 8-hour chart. On the 8-hour chart, this is what I'm talking about in the other hours, like in the day and the 12-hour, that we want the 21-day, this white line, to be above this 200-day, this yellow line, to remain bullish. So we're catching up to price. We're flagging out here a little bit, so this is being bullish. Now the stochastics are dropping down. We're gonna have to drop down, probably curve up. We'll probably end up going sideways, and this white line is gonna touch price, and then from there we could bounce up, or we could still drop down to this line, which is basically at 91,302. Again, as long as we stay above 89,000, we're still in good position to continue going up. Now let's check out the 4-hour chart. Now I'm gonna put the patterns because I had them hidden. There's some patterns here that I drew out, and I currently had the 4-hour in a flag. It was going sideways. We actually broke out of the pattern, but we're starting to drop down, but we're still above the 21-day moving average. For the 4-hour, that's at 93,856. So the breakout for this flag is currently at 98,323. So you guys already know my prediction, hopefully it comes true, is about 99,100k. So that's what we're looking for, and as long as we can stay above this white line on the 4-hour chart, we're super bullish here. The stochastics are dropping down. It looks like we might start curving up soon, so we just have to make sure that we stay above this line. Again, guys, this is the weekend, so for the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, I'm just expecting things to go sideways. We might dip down a little bit. Again, as long as we stay above the daily 200 moving average, which is at 89, we're still going to remain bullish here. Let's go back to the 4-hour chart. So we might dip back in. One thing that I'm not liking, again, I like to anticipate the moves before they happen. Could this end up being a head and shoulders here? Shoulder, head, and then what if we drop down a little bit, come back up, shoulder, and then all of a sudden we drop down all the way to 85? That's a possibility. We always have to look at the bearish scenario and at the bullish scenario, always to stay on top. But for right now, I don't see that happening. We'll have to see how the rest of the pattern plays out. It's even okay if we drop back into this flag and continue, and then we shoot out. Right now, we're not looking so bad. Let's take a look at the 1-hour chart, and here at the 1 hour, the stochastics are on the way up, so this is looking bullish. Now you might ask yourself, what is this flag about? This is a flag that yesterday when we left off on the episode, I drew it on the 15-minute, and on the 15-minute at that time, it kind of looked like it was a little bit bullish and that we could break out because the stochastics were low. So I just anticipated this flag. We were somewhere around here, and throughout the night, as you can see, it kind of stayed in the pattern, but we kind of dropped down now, but we're keeping the 200-day moving average as support. That's currently at 94,198, so we haven't really dipped dip down below that too much. We've been maintaining it. So as long as we stay above the 200-day moving average on the 15, we're still bullish. So I anticipated this flag. Now that I see how much more has happened with the candles playing out, now I'm just going to adjust this flag. So anytime you draw a pattern, that doesn't necessarily mean that's exactly how it's going to play out. You have to see how the candles start working themselves out, and then you could adjust the pattern. Now I'm going to draw the flag down here. Now the way that I like to do this is I like to try to touch as many candles as possible, not really too much of the wicks, but the top of the candles, and that'll give me more accuracy. So we're gonna make this touch here. Okay, so that's perfect. Now we have to adjust the measured move and bring it down here. So now the new measured move for this play on the 15-minute, if it does work out, is going to be about 96,300. There should be some type of resistance there. Maybe we fall back down. With the stochastics, they're up, and now they're starting to point down. So this is possible that we might go under the 200-day moving average for a little bit. As long as we don't stay down there for too long and bounce up, this flag could play out. And if that flag doesn't play out, then we have this 1 hour flag here where it could come back into that pattern. And like I said, as long as we continue going sideways here, eventually we could break out and hit this measured move. Now guys, overall what I'm feeling is that we're probably going to continue going sideways. It's possible we might break out of this little flag, maybe reach 96,000 and maybe fall back down from there, maybe stay in this pattern. That's what I'm anticipating for today and possibly for tomorrow. Tomorrow is very important. Again, that's when we want to see where this weekly candle is going to close. We have to make sure we stay above that 21-day moving average. So that's all I'm concerned about right now, is just staying above this 21-day moving average with this weekly candle, and also on the 4 hour, pay attention to that. Let's make sure we stay above 93,851, which is the 21-day moving average on the 4 hour. Again, we could probably dip down, and then worst case scenario, we really do not want to dip down below this 200-day moving average at 89,000. So if we fall, we need to maintain 89,000, and if we go up, we'll probably hit 96, and we'll probably drop back down between that range between 89 and 96 at least until tomorrow, and then we'll see what happens next week. I'm still holding my position that we will be going to 100K soon. Again, this is not financial advice. This is what I think. You guys have to do your own research. All right, that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, and subscribe. And if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.